Welcome to the morning show here on Arise News. The show of Ogbomoso, Oba Olaoye, has assured parents of pupils abducted from schools in Oyo State that security agencies and government authorities are intensifying efforts to secure their release. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Arise News senior correspondent Oba Olaoye at his palace on Tuesday, the monarch expressed confidence that the kidnapped teachers and pupils would be rescued soon.
And so we continue our special coverage of the aftermath of the abduction of more than 40 people from Orire local government area of Oyo State, including school children and their teachers, by some, unknown gunmen, otherwise known as bandits. And joining us now to discuss the aftermath of that development and, talk about steps and actions being taken by people in authority, including traditional rulers, is His Imperial Majesty Oba Olaoye Orumogege III, Shonwu of Ogbomoso land and the paramount ruler of the entire Ogbomoso zone, under whose authority we have Orire local government and environs, that is the place where the abduction took place. Kabiyesi, thank you so very much for joining us on Arise TV. All right, Your Majesty, let us start this conversation this way. I know you have been, a school teacher yourself, and you are also a parent. And so when the news broke on May the 15th, what were your immediate reactions when you received information that children who went to school in search of, brighter future for themselves have not returned to their parent since May 15th? What are your, how did you take the news and what were your immediate reactions?
Like you said, I was a high school teacher, which most people don't know, from 1983 to 1988. I was a high school teacher in Ibadan. And of course, when this kind of things happen, the immediate thing that is, as a king in the area, in the land, you are the one you are first trouble. And your natural instinct is, so what can we do? What can be done? I was outside the country when this happened. Because I couldn't come immediately because I was doing medicals. But of course, I was always on the phone trying to get an update of what was going on. And speaking to, in actual fact, in this place, I had a meeting with the KBSCs and ballers and others in the zone. Called an immediate meeting on what should we do with what has happened. And so it's of disbelief because at times it seems far away from us. We've always heard about abductions and all of those things. But this one now comes home to me. And it's really the major one that has happened in the Southwest. And so a lot of attention has come on us as a people and as a town. And we're all seeking solutions to what has happened, which we have limited solutions to.
Before that particular incident, you said you were not around when the incident happened. But I know that long before the incident happened, maybe from report or from what you personally observed, were there any signs of security lapses, either within that community or around that community that you think could warrant the May 15th development?
If I've said that we've not heard about this going to that it might happen, because we are 30 minutes to Ilorin, And of course, we were hearing what was going on in Kwara of adoption and of some villages being attacked by bandits. And so we felt that sooner or later it might happen. So the resources that we have, we channeled it towards the town's location, security. And we employed maybe 30 vigilante people to watch over the town. But unfortunately, this didn't happen within the confines of Ogbomoso town, which is, of course, Ogbomoso North, Ogbomoso South local government. It happened in the outskirts of it. So with that, the local area where it happened, it's a little bit difficult for them to have an organized security system. And what people don't also understand is that, or don't know, is that Owerri is supposed to be the second largest local government in Nigeria. So it's a vast land. Yes, and it has maybe over 500 small settlements, like the one that was where the abduction of the people happened. So it's a vast land, and with a lot of villages that are there. So it becomes a little bit difficult to man that vast. And don't forget, it's the second largest local government, not only in Oyo State, but in Nigeria. So that says a lot. You know, there's a lot of bushes, forests, and it's a very arable land. So we have cows grazing. It's a lot of farmland. And because I said it's an arable land, so there's a lot of farming going on in the area. So it's just vast for anybody.
So many years before now, there have been an advocacy that traditional rulers, community leaders should be given specific constitutional roles, especially in the area of, community security and community coordination. In what way do you think this Owerri development has added to that particular clamor? You think the time for that, constitutional role, the pronouncement of that constitutional role, do you think the time has come, or we should wait any further for it?
Yeah, yes, amongst the many constitutional roles that I believe that monarchs can have, of course, it's security, because they know the terrain of where they live. They are the closest to the people. And if given a role like that, I believe that monarchs will do it very well. Because just like government, monarchs will like their people to be secure. So security is very, very important to an average monarch. They will want the security of the people, the well-being of the people. And we have also tried within our town to be security conscious. In actual fact, it's interesting that a security summit was set up for April, and for us to make people in Ogbomoso and its environment to be security conscious. Unfortunately, we had moved it to June, you understand, before all of this happened. So I believe that the monarchs should have a role with the security of their people. And I believe also that they are the closest to the people, And so they know the terrain, they know the things that are happening in them and their domain. And of course, when they see unusual activities, they're the ones who can know.
What efforts do you think the federal and the state government are making in ensuring that these children are united with their parents?
Yes, of course, if you go on social media, you see a lot of things. But one thing that people should understand is that these bandits slaughtered on live video one of the teachers. This is something we have not experienced before. It's what we saw with another group outside the country. So that tells us the people we are dealing with, for the teachers to be slaughtered like that. And you have children who have been adopted. And we have, of course, teachers, people's mothers, people's fathers, people's children there. Because the instinct of a lot of people which of us are being inundated is that since they know where they are, why they don't go there. But this is what I want to have me say downstairs, what I say to the people. With that message they have sent, if they could kill a person on such an unnatural way like that, then we should know the kind of people we are dealing with. That if the military goes after them, or the police or whoever goes after them, they will surely kill as many people that have been abducted. And then there will be an uproar with the people that, oh, they should have done something better. And there are people, while I was abroad and I was being briefed, some of our vigilantes and some of the people, I'm not so sure whether soldiers were there or policemen, when they got close to them, they detonated bomb or whatever they call it, IED and all of those things. And some people were wounded. You understand? Some of the vigilante people that we even had to go and visit them and give them money. And so it tells us that if they can do that, nearly 10 people are wounded. You understand? If they could detonate a bomb, you understand? And we have children that are there, you understand? And people's parents, people's husband, people's wife that are in that place. The collateral damage might be too much. So they've sent a message with their action that we need to tread softly. And you know what normally happens is that when you are in leadership, there's a lot that is being done. But until results are seen, it's as if nothing is being done. Like this weekend, the governor, Engineer Immaculate, was in that parade on Saturday. I was there on Saturday. Then the governor also came on Saturday. And on Sunday, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sent a very powerful delegation, his chief of staff, national security advisors, minister for defense. A lot of them came, the Inspector General of Police. And I remember the NSA said something that this is something that has kept the president away. You know, once somebody is in leadership and you are leading people, whatever happens, their pain becomes your pain. Their troubles become your trouble. And I do not feel that our governor, our president are insensitive to all that is going on. But I understand people's anxiety. You understand? And we are all anxious. We have been troubled.
All right, Kabiyesi, today across major cities in Yoruba land, Abeokuta, Ibadan, Lagos, even here in Oba land, teachers, parents, and concerned citizens have thronged the street, and their request is wanting, and their demand is unified, and that is that the government should ensure that these children and their teachers were rescued as soon as possible and reunited with their families. Many even argue that the government has taken too much time in acting on this particular development. They accuse the government of being insensitive to the plight of these victims. What effort do you think the federal and the state government are making so far to ensure that these children do not continue to stay in this thick forest without any help coming their way?
This is a one-off thing that happened. It's not something that continuously happens. And what we will try to do, working with the government, is to make sure that security is beefed up in all our schools, in terms of patrol, in terms of police and security operatives presence in a lot of our schools. And I believe that Mr. President also have said that they are going to have 1,000 forest guards, which will not only man forests, they will man different schools. They will be manning and overseeing school security. Because the whole idea of the forest guard is for security of the town and security of schools and wherever they're needed. So it's for the parents to know that it is a challenging time, and the way to handle it is to be careful, but not to be afraid, not to send their children to school. Because now what they wanted to achieve, they will have achieved it. And so what we try to do is that the parents try as much as possible to be strong and have faith in the government and believe that they will do the best for them. And I believe that down the line, monarchs will also be given the necessary funding that is needed for community policing, vigilante groups to help in their community. Because if we have that, then in the Domasha, for example, we have about 100 secondary schools and so many primary schools and all of those things. And so we can have people being deployed into the place. And this security presence is a deterrent.
Okay, now parents are becoming increasingly worried about sending their children back to school. They are not too sure what will happen to their children. As we speak now, all the schools in Oyo State are under lock and key. And even after they are reopened, chances are that many parents will be reluctant in sending their children back to school. What message do you have for these parents, Your Majesty?
Unfortunately, this has a negative impact on all sorts of towns. And every town that has had incursions of bandits. And there is, because banditry sends fear to people. We have set up a security committee 3 years ago, which includes retired policemen, retired military men. And we've been working on it, and soldiers, and it's, of course, headed by a retired Real Admiral with AIGs. We are members of the committee. And we are putting together a major plan. And like I said earlier on, there's a plan to have a security summit And the whole idea is to create, number one, security consciousness, and come up with ideas of how we can make our town more secure. And the security committee has been acting even before I became the king and I set up the committee. We have what we call OCC. We've taken security of this town very, very seriously, and we've been given money to it. So, for prosperity of any town, or any place, or any nation, any state, the major thing is first security. And we have to give kudos to the governor of your state, Engineer Shirley. He has made security a major priority.
Thank you so very much, Your Majesty.